Hi, Scott Orlin with Cinema Magazine. The new TV series coming your way is called Dirty John, the Betty Broderick story. And I'm here with one of the characters, not Betty, but actually her husband, Dan, Christian Slater. Christian,
Hello.
what's fascinating about watching this show unfold is at the very beginning, your character is the one we kind of have empathy for. He seems like the really nice guy. I don't want to give too much away, but as his arc unfolds, he's not exactly who we think he is.
Right. No, it's very, very fascinating. You see how life can alter a person, and how they think, how they act, who they become. It's really, that is a very, very interesting take on what happens here. Dan did start out as a guy you could respect, and he was driven. He obviously wanted success, and he wanted to do the best he could for his family. I do believe that there was a quality beneath the surface that did become nurtured. I think it became unhealthy as he did grow in power, and as his ego got bigger, and as he built up these walls between him and Betty, the woman who really did support him. But I think he worked so hard that it created a wedge between the two of them. And she became a person that reminded him of a time he didn't ever want to think about again. And he wanted to get as far away from that as he possibly could.
He was obviously what I would consider, with many people, an overachiever. I mean, could you fathom going to medical school, then going to law school right after each other?
I know. No, it's incredible. But I'll be honest with you. My baby daughter's great-grandfather, he did the same thing. So when I heard about this project and who this guy Dan Broderick was, I had somebody I could actually communicate with who did that. He was a doctor, and then he became a lawyer. So Fred Lopez, my wife's grandfather, is not Dan Broderick, but did the same thing.
Do you look back, especially on Madmen, kind of explored this too, men of that particular era?
Yes.
I don't want to say necessarily misogynist, but they definitely felt men had a role and women had a role in a relationship.
Absolutely. That's definitely something that I thought a lot about. The other aspect is that asking for help was more a sign of weakness than a sign of strength. Like Dan had to be in control. He had to have the final word. He had to have the final say. Like I said, he built up this wall that he felt was impervious. And Betty did everything she possibly could to show every kind of possible sign that she wanted to break down that wall. But he just kept building it stronger and stronger and stronger. And obviously pushed her over the breaking point.
Just really quick too, I know because of this Corona thing, are you excited still about Dr. Death?
I am. Oh yeah, no. I just before we were all ordered to quarantine, I had just done the read through of the first two scripts. Alec was there and Jamie Dornan, and we were beyond belief jazzed. Stephen Frears, the director. I mean, just a fantastic ensemble of people. Grace Gummer, she and I were going to be working together again, so I was really excited about that. So absolutely, I can't wait until all of this stuff is lifted, or we find some way to make going back to work possible. The only thing that's tricky is that it's a medical show, and getting the equipment is going to be rather difficult. We'll see.
As always, Christian Slater, it is such a pleasure. Terrific show. Congratulations.
Thank you, Scott.
And this is Scott.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Always great to see you, man. Thank you.
Stay healthy and sane.
You too.